What's going on, guys? My name's Long Sensation, and today we're going to go for you guys to some more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 news and information. Now in today's video we are going to be covering the brand new 1.05 patch update that is now available over on the PlayStation 4, and of course it is expected to be on the Xbox One and PC in around a month's time. This patch does include the Multiplayer Awakening map pack, in which you're going to be able to play 4 multiplayer maps and 1 DLC Zombies map, but as well as this it contained a lot of information in regards to weapon tuning, score streak tuning, and also specialist tuning. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, just giving you a rundown. I'll put the full patch notes down in the description below for you guys. But let's just get into it and start talking about the weapons, then we'll move on to the score streaks and the specialists. So first of all, submachine guns. The general reduced sprint out time of all of the weapons in the submachine gun category has been reduced. The VMP has fixed an issue where the player would occasionally not show on the radar whilst firing. That was when you used the VMP as a secondary weapon. That has now been patched. Assault rifles, the XR2 increased ADS aim stability and increased recoil control. The ICR and the Shiva have both received increased ADS aim stability. Going on to the shotguns, the Argus has an increased lethal damage range, and I'm not really sure why this is the case. The Argus was a really good weapon before the patch, and now I'm scared it's going to be somewhat overpowered. The KRM has also received lethal damage range as well. Light machine guns increased ADS aim stability for all of those as well. Moving on to the sniper rifles, the Locust has received increased ADS aim stability as well. Specialist weapons, the Brass Knuckles Taunt has been changed. It will now have some kind of spark effect when you are doing the Brass Knuckles Taunt. Moving on to attachments, FMJ no longer deals increased damage to the robot in Safeguard and no longer ignores the armor provided to the satellite drone carries in Uplink. Moving on to the awareness perk, it's actually been reduced audible range bonus, so when you're using awareness it's kind of been nerfed a little bit, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And now we're going to move on to score streaks. First of all, the Cerberus has received an increased buff overall to pretty much everything, including its damage, its health, its missile accuracy, its projectile speed, etc. The Hellstorm has also received a buff with its increased damage radius, also its increased targeting radius, and also its increased projectile speed of the bomblets. The Mothership and the Raps have both received increased damage. The Rolling Thunder will now no longer kill enemies while they're inside buildings. The GI unit has received a massive buff, including the health of the actual robot and the dropship, and also the increased duration of it being on the map, which now lasts up to 90 seconds. Finally, they've also addressed an issue with the hater, where they've corrected an issue where the hater no longer displayed enemies after the owner died. And finally, moving on to the specialists, they've increased the reject stand-up speed of Nomad's reject. Also Reaper, they've equalized the footstep audio volume when you're actually using Reaper. If you're not aware, it was basically like a built-in dead silence. That has now been addressed. And finally, with Spectre, they've reduced leftover specialist power available if the player died whilst activating the specialist Ripper. So that was a little issue as well. You earned Ripper far too fast, and especially if you died when you was using the Ripper, it would kind of give you still half of the meter, so that has now been addressed. So that is pretty much it in regards to the more important things in the game, such as the weapons, the score streaks, and the specialists. If you guys would like to know any more information, let me know in the comment section below. But yes, the patch 1.05 is now live on the PS4. It's 9.1 gigabytes long, so I definitely encourage you guys to update as soon as possible. And of course, the Awakening DLC will be available tomorrow from 12 PM Pacific time, I believe. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it from me. I'm been Long Sensation. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.